Inglewood, California, as Don King Productions presents the main event of the evening, the Fury at the Forum, the WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. This bout is supervised and directed by the World Boxing Council in conjunction with the California State Athletic Commission. Representing the WBC, President Jose Suleiman, Supervisor Haig Collegian. Representing the California State Athletic Commission, we have the Chairman, Raul Silva, the Vice Chairman, Jerry Nathanson, and the Executive Officer, Ken Gray. Now presenting the officials as they are appointed. Judging at ringside from Los Angeles, California, Chuck Hassett. From Switzerland, Franz Marti. And from Hawaii, Tamotsu Tomihara. Introducing the timekeeper at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, we have Aaron Koslow. And the ringside physicians, the legendary fight doctor from Los Angeles, Dr. Bernhard Schwartz, and from Beverly Hills, California, Dr. Robert Carnes. Presenting the referee in charge of this bout, Hank Ellisprew.
1 up, 2 down.
All right, fans, here we go. The bout you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first, the challenger fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing white trunks with red and green trim, hailing from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Weighing in tonight, an even 140 pounds, his outstanding record, 60 wins, no defeats, 50 big wins by way of knockout. He's currently the WBC and WBA lightweight champion of the world, presentando el gran campeón mexicano, Julio Cesar Chavez. His opponent across the ring, introducing the defending champion fighting out of the red corner. Entering the ring tonight, wearing black trunks and gold trim. Hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, he weighs in tonight a trim and ready 138 3/4 pounds. His fine record, 34 wins, 5 losses, 23 wins by way of knockout. He's the defending WBC Super Lightweight Champion, known as the Mexican Assassin, Roger Black Mamba Mayweather.
Ready to go? We ready?
I know one thing for sure, Jim. We won't get a Mexican hat dance here tonight.
Let's go.
It will be more like what Sylvester Stallone, who I understand is here, once called an Apache war dance.
And as we wait for referee's instructions, Jimmy Lennon Jr.'s dad, Jimmy Lennon, is one of the great ring announcers of all time. He's watching tonight, and I'm sure he's very proud of his son.
And if you close your eyes, you couldn't tell the difference
That's the
between them.
neutral corner, and this is the neutral corner. In case of a knockdown, the man go there and stay there until I tell you to come out. Okay? Good luck.
Referee Hank Ellisprew with the final instructions. The crowd jacks itself up another level in support of Julio Cesar Chavez, and Roger Mayweather is used to this. He has fought in these circumstances before similar crowds many times.
Rematches have a noble tradition in boxing and sometimes an ignoble tradition. Let's see what we get here.
In their first bout, Chavez was able to get inside Mayweather's jab easily. Mayweather has vowed that it won't be so simple this time around. Already you see the Black Mamba working behind the jab. Chavez misses with a wide left.
Mayweather is a textbook fighter. Straight left, straight right.
He'll try to keep Chavez away with that jab. If he wants to land it, he has to step up a little closer. Good right hand by Mayweather, but Julio Cesar Chavez has one of the best chins in boxing. He is willing to take punishment to dish out more of it. And just as an early estimation, Larry, Chavez does not look super quick at this weight.
I think it's a little early to tell because Mayweather is moving more than we've seen him before. He absolutely cannot move at this pace for 12 rounds. And let's remember that Mayweather probably won the first round in their first fight. The boxer usually has an advantage over the slugger or brawler early in a fight. All other things being equal, which they never are.
Kind of an interesting contrast early. Mayweather has thrown by far more punches, but it is Chavez who is the psychological aggressor, chasing Mayweather around the ring.
Mayweather showing more respect for Chavez's punching ability than he did in the first fight, with good reason.
Julio Cesar Chavez has not landed an effective blow in round one. Roger Mayweather has scored some with the jab. But it is Chavez who has been the aggressor, and he shortens the distance between himself and the Black Mamba with each passing sequence. Didn't hear the bell.
Tito Alba, who has been our Spanish interpreter for many fights over the years, recently was killed tragically in an automobile crash. Our condolences to his family. Tonight, Ruben Castillo, who himself once fought Chavez, will be our interpreter.
Keep your punches up. Throw. Everything's good.
A lot of money at stake here, Jim. Not only the $750,000 plus that each one will get tonight, but the winner has some big, big money fights ahead of him.
And not to mention the amount of money that manager Billy Baxter has put on his fighter Roger Mayweather with the Vegas books.
Billy Baxter is a known gambler, and he reported to us today that he won $137,000 in 2 poker tournaments early this week in Las Vegas, and that he put $25,000 at it on 6-to-1 odds on his fighter.
It was a very quiet minute between rounds in Chavez's corner, and Chavez has begun to connect now. You mentioned at the end of round one, he was shortening the distance between himself and Mayweather. That pattern continues now. As you watch Chavez, if you haven't seen him before, note his remarkable ability for ducking and slipping punches inside and then countering to the body and sometimes to the head. Here's a left.
That left landed.
And this is what Chavez did to Mayweather in their first fight. He stood him up, and he's got him standing still on the ropes.
Mayweather has weathered that storm. He's just playing possum here. I guess one of the issues in this fight, Jim, is whether Mayweather has added weight to his heart. And he comes in with a good right-hand counter.
Keep in mind that Chavez has never felt the punches of a 140-pound fighter before. Will his chin be as good at this weight as it was at 130 and 135? That's one of the many questions that surrounds this exercise. Mayweather missed twice with the left, and Chavez missed as he stepped inside.
Now Mayweather is standing his ground as he did in the first fight and looking to counterpunch.
Both fighters landed there. Chavez with the left, Mayweather with an uppercut.
One thing we've noticed Mayweather doing, as we suggested in the tips of the night, Jim, is he has tied up Chavez a couple of times on the inside. That was a very good right hand high on Chavez's head.
And a right to the jaw. Chavez keeps coming forward. And second round comes to a close. We go to the corner of Roger Mayweather with trainer Jesse Reed.
You got an exchange with him in there, but you got to stay in the low angle. You know, when you're in there doing this, you're a lot quicker. All right? Get that body whipping on both sides. Get that body whipping. When he gets close to you, he's trying to come over the top. That's all you got to remember. Roll it. Hit him with the right hand every time you roll it, okay? You understand me, Raj? Make him pay when he throws them right hands. They don't have to be hard. Just keep touching him. More water in his mouth.
Okay, here is Chavez throwing that long left that he slowed Mayweather down but didn't seriously damage. This is the same punch from another angle. You heard in the corner what they're trying to do.
Get down.
Learning from the first fight, they are trying to counter Chavez's counter. Chavez throwing over the left jab with his right, and now they're trying to counter over that right hand.
And of course, Mayweather has already lasted longer with Julio Cesar Chavez this time around than was the case 4 years ago.
Put your hold. I'm going to call you for hold. Put your hold.
A leaping left landed by Chavez. Those look good, but Chavez is ducking the blunt impact of a lot of those punches inside. He's starting to get into Mayweather's chest a little bit. Like that. Chavez blocking and slipping again.
All right, break it, step back.
And while Mayweather has been chopping away with the left, with the jab, and has scored with an uppercut or two, he has not yet had a chance to throw a right cross on balance. That's his best punch. Right hand landed flush on the jaw. But Chavez had trouble knocking out good fighters at 135 pounds. So there's little reason to suspect that he'll be a knockout artist at 140. Low blow. And Julio grimaced at that one.
Chavez is a textbook fighter, but that was not in the textbook.
Both fighters landing in this exchange. But again, Mayweather doing almost all of his damage with the left hand, not the right.
Just as Mayweather is trying to counter Chavez's right, Chavez is throwing more lefts. No dummy he.
And the sheer aggression of Julio Cesar Chavez begins to take its toll, and now Mayweather rallies again with the left hand over Chavez's right. Round 3 referee counting down.
You can win the exchanges, Roger. When you don't wait to see what he's going to throw. Beat him to the exchanges. Okay? Beat him to the exchanges.
Yeah. All right, baby.
Inside. Now you can beat this guy the way.
All right, Harold Letterman, how have you seen the fight?
Well, Larry, I've got it 3 rounds to nothing for Roger Mayweather, 30-27. I think he's fighting a very, very pretty fight. He's using a left jab constantly. He's keeping that left jab in Chavez's face and using nice ring generalship, moving side to side.
All right, Harold, you and I disagree on this one. I've given Chavez the last 2 rounds.
And gentlemen, I'm sure you both heard referee Hank Elaspiro calling for the deduction of 1 point from Roger Mayweather for the low blow. So deduct a point on your scorecard from Mayweather in round 3.
Mayweather is not only fighting a better fight than he did the first time, but clearly he is in better condition. And much of that has to be attributed, apparently, to the fact that he is more comfortable at this weight. Before their first fight, he says, he had to take off 13 pounds in the last few weeks of the fight, in the last 2 weeks before the fight.
This looks to have the makings of a long evening. He's going to need that conditioning. And there's the right cross. And an uppercut landed flush on Chavez's chin, but Chavez does not back up. Right hand from Chavez. Mayweather clowning just a little bit. We're midway through the 4th round.
Put your holding.
The left hand missed. Mayweather working behind the jab still, and Chavez just stalking relentlessly. Trying to leap in with lefts and rights like that. Going to the body.
The ability to take a punch largely is mental. So it is obvious here again that Mayweather is in much better condition physically as well as mentally for this fight.
Elaspiro again warned Mayweather, this time for holding behind the head.
Low blow again.
Low blow again, Elaspiro says. Mayweather flirting with another point deduction. Both fighters landing good punches. Mayweather landed a right hand, and they're yelling at each other. Mayweather just missed with what would have been a sensational right cross. And a rousing round 4 comes to a close.
As I said earlier, Jim, when 2 champions meet, we get real fights.
He says, don't yell. Don't get upset. Just keep fighting your fight. You are head on all parts. You are head on all guards. Relax your arms. You don't have to win by knockout. You just got to win. Don't force the fight so you don't get tired.
He hit him low.
Yeah, but he hit him in that round low.
That doesn't make any difference. What you're holding, all right?
Watch the low blow. All right, Roger. When you make your pivots. Here, I'll get it. When you make your pivots, pot to the body. Now step to the side.
All right, baby.
That last voice you heard was the trainer, Lou Reed, who once left Mayweather because he felt he was playing around too much and not training hard enough. And he's back with him, and he says that Mayweather is in the best shape of his life.
Now you're watching another one of Chavez's extraordinary skills. See how he will lean up on Mayweather, body him off inside, and do so in such a way with the shoulders and the arms as to create a punching angle. He's done it twice early in this round.
All right, break it, break.
And when you heard Julio Cesar Chavez, his manager trainer Cristobal Rosas, telling him, you're ahead on all 3 cards. If you're new to boxing, it's important to recognize he can't know that for sure. The cards are concealed until the end of the fight.
Watch it low, watch it low.
Chavez stepping in now and landing with much more consistency than was the case in the earlier round.
All right, break it, break.
Short, direct punches. Mayweather going back to work behind the jab. Chavez blocking most of this.
Break.
Julio Cesar Chavez has designs on bigger things, big money, and an even bigger weight class than this, perhaps, down the road, the welterweight division. He would like to score an eye-catching knockout here.
All right, break.
But he'll sacrifice nothing, I think, in his effort to win the fight.
He's in with the best possible Roger Mayweather, and that means he may not get a knockout. He may not even get a win. Right now, that's what he has to think about.
Well, this is a close fight.
Watch those rolls over, huh? All right, break it. Step back.
But in this round particularly, Mayweather seems to be receding into a little bit more of a shell.
All right, break it.
Mayweather's punches have not had sting in this round. Chavez is by far the busier fighter now. Whether he'll be able to sustain this pace remains to be seen.
What's happening, what makes it look good bad for the judges is like you'll... All right. What makes it bad, listen to me now, I'm trying to give you some good advice, and I'm on your side. This is the man we want to whip. Now look at me, as you're breathing. When you're in the clinches with him and you're holding and not throwing, he's winning points, even if he's missing you. He's trying to come over the top. You've got to start flurrying your punches in there. Looks like he did at the end there. Pop, 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 pop. Don't have to be hard.
Forget about the corners. They're late getting out, all right?
All right?
Okay.
You've got to start moving them hands inside.
Okay.
Vamos a empezar cada vez que tires combinación.
Throw
Combinación que siga puntuando.
combinations.
Ya está más lento.
Work inside.
Ya te la puse.
Okay, drink it.
Ya está más lento. Volteale por la mano, abajo.
Your hands are too low. Keep your hands up.
And if you know boxing, you know that Ruben Castillo has thrown some pretty good combinations himself. Some of them against Julio Cesar Chavez. Like all of Chavez's opponents, he left the ring a loser. No disgrace in that. We're in the 6th round. It's scheduled for 12. Chavez continues to stalk. Mayweather continues to fling the jab. A little more energy now from the Black Mamba again. Good right cross. And now Chavez does a little clowning of his own.
uncharacteristic for Chavez, who usually wears that implacable mask.
Leads you to believe maybe he felt it a bit.
Exactly.
Well, he admitted to us yesterday that Mayweather hurt him seriously with the right in the early part of round 2 of their first bout. Didn't stop him from knocking Mayweather out about a minute and a half later.
Break it. Break.
Chavez not as busy in this round as in the last. Some of that directly related to the fact that Mayweather has been more sprightly. Now Chavez lands a left and a right and tries to back Mayweather up again against the ropes. But Julio looks a little tired to me at this moment.
This has been a very fast pace, and Chavez is the type of fighter who expends a lot of energy because he's always moving forward and making the fight.
And he's carrying 5 pounds more than he's ever carried in his boxing life. Doesn't sound like a lot, can make a big difference. Crowd picks up again as Chavez continues to step inside. Very close to hitting on the break, but he got away with it. Mayweather landed a right, but not as stinging as the one early in the round. Another very active, exciting round of boxing.
Championship stuff from both men.
Sin que le dejes la iniciativa a él, porque tú primero, sido tú primero forzarlo. Ahí cuando él se quita, doblas un poquitito más y húndele las manos abajo. Mira, cuando termina de tirar, salta a un lado, porque viene él luego, ¿entiendes?
Let's see Chavez at work early in the round, in which he maintained the pace. But later in the round, Mayweather came back and landed a couple of good right hands. And then we saw that exchange, that brisk, effective exchange from both fighters at the end of the round. Harold, quickly your score.
Larry, I have it 58-55, 4-1-1 Roger Mayweather. I think he's doing a paintbrush job on Julio Cesar Chavez with that left jab. And every time Chavez gets inside, Mayweather seems to tie him up effectively or catch him with a nice uppercut.
I have the fight 3 rounds apiece, but remember that 1 point was taken away from Mayweather.
And our punch stat operators, Logan Hobson and Bob Canobio, pass along to me that in terms of number of punches landed, the bout is just about dead even. They have landed an almost equal number of punches in the fight. By that count, unofficial.
Remember earlier, Jim, I said that the boxer usually has the advantage in the first half of the fight. Let's see now if Chavez does wear down Mayweather.
Chavez has to some degree blunted the left jab as a weapon. He has for the most part stayed away from the right. And he has scored increasingly inside. I mentioned that I thought Chavez looked a little tired at the end of the last round. His cornermen were said to say the same thing to him between rounds, warning him against dropping his hands. He did get hit twice with the right in the last round. Chavez now, vintage Julio Cesar Chavez, making Mayweather miss inside and countering.
But Mayweather is countering effectively.
They are trading in there. This is man-sized stuff.
Break it, break it.
you're new to boxing, this is what is called infighting. Chavez is regarded as one of the very best in the sport at it. Mayweather is holding his own. But he lost his balance there. And I think it may be Roger who's run into a tired spot here.
All right, break it.
This kind of fighting takes a lot out of you.
Don't hold.
The rest of this fight will be determined on guts, ambition, and will. And conditioning.
And the track record shows you that Roger Mayweather is a very good professional fighter. Julio Cesar Chavez has never lost. Jesse Reed carries Chavez halfway across the ring, and the crowd begins to erupt.
You gotta throw more punches. More punches. All right? When you're inside, punch and move.
Now this is going to be a break for Mayweather if it takes a while to clean up the ring.
Deep breath, deep breath.
I think
Deep breath.
that this
Come on, show 'em who's the
outburst
champion,
represents
champ.
a
Show 'em
certain
who's the
nervousness on the part of Chavez's fans. He's getting a much tougher fight
Come on now,
than they
let's go.
expected.
We're in the 8th round. 8th round. He's ahead by 2 points. You're out of the corner. Just moving up.
There is a left hook and a right cross early in that round. What do these two men have inside them?
There's a lot of debris in the ring. There's ice, there are cups, there are hazards. We might see some slipping now.
All right, break it. Break it. All right, all right.
And you're looking at Chavez going to work.
All right, break. Break.
If someone goes down here, they will literally be on ice.
Mayweather's eye is cut. All of a sudden, Roger Mayweather has blood coming from a mouse underneath the left eye. And he begins to try to measure the right cross in hopes of scoring a knockout. And he's landed it twice in a row. Make it 3 times. Chavez stares at him and says, come on, try again.
And Mayweather seems to say, damn, you take a punch.
Mayweather getting a little wild, perhaps nervous about that left eye.
But I believe the cut is under the eye, Jim.
All right, break
I
it.
don't think it's in a dangerous place.
And Julio has a mouse on the bridge of his nose as well, with perhaps a little trickle of blood just inside it.
This is predator versus predator.
Good left hand by Mayweather. Chavez keeps coming. Called upon to look at Mayweather's left eye.
Now I see that the cut is apparently on the eyelid. I think he has an abrasion below the eye and a cut on the eyelid. And remember, the doctor can stop the fight here in California.
Eyelid cuts tear like paper. Huge chunk of ice just hit the ring doctor in the back. You're looking at one of the best cutmen in the sport now, Eddie Aliano, just out of frame, going to work.
Even though it's a bad cut, they have to allow Mayweather to go on. He's fighting too well. He has earned this. But let's see if he gets desperate here.
Fury. Great right cross by Mayweather. Chavez walked right through it. At the sheer resolution of Julio Cesar Chavez. He won't be stopped from moving forward. They flurry again after the bell, third time in the fight.
Sit down, stay still, stay still. Stay still, stay still. Breathe deep. Breathe deep. No, stay still. Stay still, stay still. It's nothing. The cat is nothing. Stay still, Charles. I'm going to give you some water, okay?
He's got a bad shot. You can knock that guy out, Roger. Just suck it up.
Estás tú cometiendo ese error y le estás metiendo esa mano. Vamos
Get
a
your
quitarnos
hands
esa mano.
inside.
Vamos, Julio.
Work inside. Work the hands. Throw the right hand.
Vamos, arriba.
Let's go. Work the punches.
You heard the voice of Billy Baxter, Mayweather's manager, saying you can knock him out, which suggests the concern they have because of the cut over his right eye.
Round 9 of a war at the Forum.
Doesn't get too much better than this, Jim.
And it's a city that cries out for more interest in boxing, a bigger boxing audience and boxing public. You have the presence here now of middleweight champion Michael Nunn, who will create a lot of interest in the next few years and may ultimately fight here in Los Angeles. Chavez is a natural for the Mexican audience, and this has been great stuff. Julio Cesar Chavez's first journey at 140 pounds. The stamina appears intact. Maybe no more punching power than he had at 135, but no apparent loss of power either. And Mayweather suddenly is not fighting back anymore. Chavez trying to target the cut over Mayweather's left eye.
Chavez is now trying to stay on top of Mayweather the way he did with Edwin Rosario to reduce his punching room and power, which is exactly the right strategy.
He's great at it, too. His great chin, his ability to slip punches, his constant aggression allow him to fight this way. Other fighters would place themselves in much more danger by doing so.
All right, don't hold, don't hold.
And it begins to look a little like the Rosario fight did in the late stages. But now Mayweather is resurging again. Left in round 9. Every round a memory.
6, 7, 8. Okay, sir. All right, you got to quit resting. I can see him off. All right, look at it. Look at the legs.
look in the legs, Roger, and when you got him on the legs, just come out in the middle, okay? Okay, baby? Come on, breathe deep.
Roger, you're going to have to stop this guy, man. You know that. They ain't going to give you this fight. But you fighting good. You can stop him, but you got to back him up, son.
Harold, your scorecard.
Larry, I've got it 4-4-1 even, 85-85. I think Julio Cesar Chavez has taken the fight away from Roger Mayweather in rounds 7, 8, and 9 by staying on top of him and taking away Roger Mayweather's left jab. He just doesn't give Mayweather the room, the jab that Mayweather needs.
And you heard Billy Baxter, the manager, telling Mayweather, you got to knock him out. So he knows that in a close fight, he's going to have a very difficult time getting a decision because of Chavez's activity, because he's always moving forward and making the fight. In a close fight, that kind of fighter will get the benefit of the doubt.
As Chavez tries to join a growing list of fighters to have won world titles in 3 separate weight classes. It's no longer a stunning accomplishment in the alphabet world of boxing, but it's still a very significant one.
What it means basically is that he ran out of competition at 130. He ran out of competition at 135. And now he's trying the 140-pounders.
And as you watch him at 140, you wonder how he will fare if he elects to try to go to 147 against a Marlon Starling or a Mark Breland. If he succeeds here, there will be at least one more 140-pound fight. In the last round, Mayweather threw only 44 punches. So his business is shutting down gradually. He's been a little bit more aggressive in this stanza. Chavez has 50 knockouts in his career. Only one of them came past the 8th round. The book is, when he gets this far, he's headed for a decision. The judges have never failed him.
Mayweather isn't going to win this fight playing this way. Perhaps he's just trying to get a breather in this round for one last heroic effort in the last rounds. But he can't win the fight fighting this way.
Now he needs to bring back some of what he had in rounds 1, 2, and 3 when he was so impressive with the jab.
And Chavez is such a master at cutting off the ring. He really doesn't let you fight that way.
Well, to a large degree, what we're watching here is the sheer imposition of will. Chavez has made Mayweather fight his fight in the last few rounds.
He has awesome will. It's very rare the kind of willpower you see in Chavez combined with his skills.
Break.
Roger Mayweather is fighting valiantly. But at this moment, as Larry Merchant points out, he's losing.
Get the shine. Vamos. Get the second double that shine. Vamos.
That looks okay.
Es la sangre de Julio, sí, como ahora, siga presionando. Y tirando, hay que tirar hasta que se caiga de culo usted todo round. Para ganarle
Pressure, go right at him this round. You got to go right after him.
Trágate un poquito agua.
Drink some water. Drink some water.
They have stopped the fight.
Crowd response came earlier than ours because we were looking at Chavez. Referee Hank Ellis-Burrow talked to Mayweather's corner, and it's over.
And Jim, I'm not 100% sure of why they stopped the fight. Obviously he has a cut, but the cut wasn't giving him a problem. I hate to say it, but I just think he didn't want any more of Chavez.
I think you're absolutely right. the position that Mayweather has assumed on his bench, the relationship he has with his manager and trainer would lead you to believe that Roger Mayweather said, that'll do. And now Larry Merchant goes into the ring as the celebration swirls around Julio Cesar Chavez, WBC World Super Lightweight Champion now in a third weight class, joining among active fighters such as Sugar Ray Leonard and Jeff Fennick and a few others who've been able to accomplish this. Thomas Hearns, Roberto Duran, and some of the other greats in the history of the sport who've done it included Bob Fitzsimmons and Tony Canzoneri and Barney Ross and the immortal Henry Armstrong, Wilfred Benitez, Alexis Arguello, Wilfredo Gomez. Add to that list now Julio Cesar Chavez. We take a look at the final punch stat count. You can see that they threw an almost equal number of punches. Chavez was able to land more, particularly in the last few rounds. And ultimately, it was his imposition of will on Mayweather, his ability to force Mayweather to fight his fight and to accept the idea that he would do so, that made Chavez the victor once again. And now let's go live to Larry Merchant in the ring.
All right, we're here in the ring. A bit of chaos here. Roger Mayweather just coming over to congratulate Chavez. Chavez has a little bit of a cut on the inside of the bridge of his nose. A much tougher fight than you expected.
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Drop your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the